Two federal judges this week blocked Trump's global tariffs that relied on the International Emergency Economic Powers Act, or as I like to call it, EPA. This is the Court of International Trade, and it ruled that Trump went too far in claiming fentanyl and trade deficits constituted emergencies requiring broad executive power. The law gives the president the authority in a national emergency to regulate trade, although it does not explicitly authorize tariffs. Now, an appeals court has stayed that ruling, so the Trump tariffs can continue under the International Emergency Economic Powers Act, but this is likely going to go to the Supreme Court, and my armchair legal analysis is that it will get struck down because there's a provision in the Constitution, there's a rule that Congress cannot delegate its powers to the executive branch or to another branch of the government. And the reason that's in there is to prevent Congress from creating a dictator, right? Which has happened. And that's specifically in there to stop Congress from saying, all right, you know what? We love the president. We're just going to give the president all the authority to change all the taxes in the country forever. And we're going to not have it anymore, right? Can't do that. So it's not to say Congress can't delegate, but when they do, it has to be in a way, there's like limits to it, right? And the way that President Trump used the EPA Act is basically saying that the status quo of trade deficits, which have existed for decades, is a national emergency. And if you use that logic, you could say that anything, any situation is a national emergency. And so that, I think, is what is going to ultimately get it overturned at the Supreme Court. And I know there's a lot of people who say, oh, the Supreme Court's packed with Republican judges, but that's just not true. If you look at the way that they have ruled, Trump has actually lost more important cases in front of the Supreme Court than any president in modern times. He's got like a 35% win rate on the really important questions.